Entering Marriott's new headquarters is like walking into a hotel. You check in at the front desk, grab a coffee, and tap your card to get inside, where you'll find a hotel room. Well, kind of.
We've got a little table, a bed, a bench built out of foam core, a ledge built out of foam core.
This mock-up room is here for testing. Flex seating areas, here for collaboration. And amenities, an additional sweetener to get employees excited to come back to the office.
It's some of the things that you would see in a hotel, just kind of some of those ingredients of bringing people together, but just done in a very different way.
The $600 million space represents Marriott's bet on the future of the physical office. Question is, will it draw Marriott's hybrid workforce back? I took a tour with the project's leaders to find out and discover how Marriott's using the space for work and experimentation. Marriott's new office, located in Bethesda, Maryland, is really a campus, a tower with 785,000 square feet of workspace, and a flagship hotel with 245 rooms, including 13 that will be a little different.
This particular room is going to be a sample room for the Westin brand. So this is going to be a Sheraton room, a Moxie hotel room, the Courtyard room.
Stephanie Lenartz, Marriott's president, was part of a small internal team that helped develop the vision for the new office, in part by touring other office spaces.
We went to tech companies out west. We went to other retailers to see what they were doing.
I wonder, were you also drawing some inspiration from Marriott's own properties?
We are experts in hotel design. We know how people are living and working and traveling these days. And we took all of those insights from our core business and put them into this fabulous new corporate headquarters and the hotel next door.
The hotel-like design starts with the lobby.
It was a way for us to think about how do you deconstruct what a hospitality experience is and then infuse that with a workplace and come out with a formula that is very unique. It speaks Marriott, but then it feels like you're going somewhere different. It's trying to transport you somewhere.
The design does this in one big way, this video screen.
How tall is it?
It's over 20 feet tall.
Oh my gosh.
And it wraps like 65 feet around, which is incredible.
But it also has some more subtle nods to travel.
So the light, for instance, is something that we designed to cue for travel. It's literally topographic lines.
Travel isn't just a reference to Marriott's business, it's also how the company operates. Marriott estimates that even before the pandemic, a third of workers were on the road. So for Jordan Goldstein and the architects at Gensler, that meant building in flexibility, something that's on display just off the lobby in a 3-story atrium known as the Hub.
What's the point of creating such a flexible, multi-use space like this? Why not just close it off, make it desks, fit more people in?
I think for Marriott and also for us, it was recognizing that the way people are going to be working, it's not prescriptive. We want to give people choice.
Employees could sit here, here, or even work here.
People really love these.
Especially on those days when it's not so nice outside, right? You can still get a walk and talk in.
And you can even do it in high heels if you want to.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Up one floor before the more traditional workspaces is this lab-like space, which holds a test kitchen, bar, and that mock-up room.
We've drawn with a Sharpie where the mirror will be, where the TV will be, and it's all to give you a sense of what this room will feel like. And we can move this wall back 6 inches, and you can actually see that 6 inches can make a big difference in terms of how a hotel room could feel.
But to see how guests actually experience a new room design, Marriott will use those 13 guest rooms being built inside the hotel next door.
We didn't have this in our old building. We had sample rooms in a basement, right? And since it was in a basement, there wasn't natural light, there was fake windows, and there wasn't real plumbing, and you certainly couldn't
Not
stay.
real hotel rooms.
Right, it was like a movie set. You didn't stay overnight there. But now with our new corporate headquarters, we can do things we never could have done before.
Between the sample rooms and the lab space, Marriott has devoted more than 22,000 square feet of space to innovation. That's balanced with its 16 more traditional work floors, like this one, just upstairs. There are 2,842 workspaces. Most of those are desks, which aren't actually assigned to employees. Instead, the hotel company uses the hoteling model.
What are you doing in this space to give people some level of privacy in some sense that they have ownership over their workspace?
It's a lot of differential spatial experiences. So, if you look at where you and I are now, we're in the open. Right? But we walk a few feet this direction over here, we're in a different opportunity to pull aside.
So the best way to combat the hard parts of the open office plan is to give people other
Choice.
options.
Give them choice, yeah.
And that's just what Marriott did when it tweaked the design during the pandemic. Originally, the workspace floors looked like this, mostly individual workstations. Then 25% of those desks were removed, creating a floor plan that looks like this, with couches, tables, and booths.
Why take away that 25% of desks and add these new spaces?
I think you still do need individual workstations and private space, right? But much of the work that's done in the hotel business, in the case of our company, is collaboration.
Marriott's office opened to employees at a time when office use is on the rise. Nationally, workers are returning to offices at the highest rate since the pandemic began, as COVID infection numbers fall and companies increasingly mandate in-office time. Marriott, however, plans to stay hybrid.
As people start to come back to the office, even in a hybrid environment, I wonder what role office design has to play in getting them to come to work more.
It's a catalyst, for sure.
I deeply believe that hybrid work makes a lot of sense and it can be very successful. But hybrid work does mean that you are part of the time working physically together.
When you walk around, if spaces aren't full and people are working remote or traveling, will the investment in this new office space still feel worth it?
Because I'm in the hotel and the travel business, I believe people need to be together. That's why everyone's traveling again, right? And I think that's true in the case of work as well. So I'm very confident that this building will be full enough of the time to be well worth the investment.